Hello and welcome back to Scatterbrook Farm Garden Designs Christmas Special. Oh, right, okay. I've got two designs to show you. Obviously one's the Christmas special design, and the other design that I've done is a viewer wrote to me and asked if I could do a sanctuary design, but instead of having the sanctuary design all one level and all flat, could I possibly make a design where it's like a zoo, where visitors and that can go and see the animals and actually walk into the sanctuary and have an area where they're safe from the animals. So you could have an area where you can actually go into the sanctuary and stand and watch and not be affected by the animals. So it was quite a challenge to do this and get it all right. But I got there in the end. It took me over an hour to do it. So I want to share that with you guys. I actually took a screenshot of it and sent it to the viewer on the messenger. And they love it that much that they're going to completely copy the whole design onto their sanctuary. They're going to rip all their sanctuary down, and they've told me that they're going to do the exact same design that I've done off the screenshot. So I'm really glad. It makes me feel good because it's a design that I've done that they really like, and they're actually going to copy it onto their sanctuary. So I'm going to show you guys what I've done with that. That's a little surprise for you a little bit later on. Now, for those of you who went on to Phoebe's live stream on Sunday, had a sneak peek of the Christmas garden design that I've done, with a large Christmas tree and all the stuff, Christmassy stuff all around it, with the presents and everything. So without further ado, we'll take you across and we'll show you the Scatterbrook Farm Christmas garden. Okay, here we go then. So we've got the entrance there to the farm with obviously your planted areas, and this is just something that I've just added to the farm front of the farmhouse, just as an entrance as you go in. And this is the garden. So as you can see, we've got a large Christmas tree there with the lights all flickering, and those lights were the Halloween lights. So you just add those in amongst the conifer trees. They're a mixture of medium and small conifer trees. As you can see, they're all clumped together. Like I explained in one of my other videos about getting the trees to go exactly the same way at the same time. So you get that effect when they're all clumped together. It looks like one great big tree all moving together, which is really effective. Again, I've got the wall around the perimeter. You see that wall around the outside, and then you build everything inside. So everything's done in squares, like I say, in squares and rectangles, which gives it the best effect. I've given it a little bit of depth with the wall around the outside, so I've just put some bits in between the trees just to give it a little bit of body to it at the back. And in fact, when you look at it quickly, it looks as though it's like snow on the top of the walls. It just gives that little bit of effect. Got some lamps there and some Christmas fencing around the outside. Plenty of presents all around the bottom of the tree. I've just added those snowballs there on the corners, and then I've just put a nice little waterfall there, because in a lot of gardens, waterfalls and water features look really nice. So that's that. We've got the ice fountain there, surrounded by the wooden boards, and then the ice sheep. And we've got the gateway there, coming from the front of the farmhouse. You walk around the side through the double gates there, and into the garden. Again, I've got blackberries and the coffee bushes there in between. Gives it that nice green and golden effect around the outside, and the path and the flowers around the outside as well. So on your farms and that, I've always said it really looks nice if you can incorporate the farmhouse, because I've always said in a lot of my videos that the farmhouse is really what counts. When people go onto your farm, that's the first thing that they look at. You know, when you go onto somebody's farm, it just goes straight to the farmhouse. And if you've got a design like that, you know, it catches your imagination straight away. You can imagine walking around there and demolishing those presents, seeing what's in there, having a little walk round. The path I put there, so obviously because of the trees, the height and the way that the trees are, you can't put the path all the way around because obviously the trees are in the way. So you make it the effect that the path is actually going all the way around the tree. So you can still imagine walking right the way around it. So it looks as though the tree is 3D and it's stood there on its own. Yeah, so the Christmas tree, there's a couple there that I saw. There's a few designs of Christmas trees and that, and I thought, well, I'll just do my own little design. They're pretty easy to make, the big trees, providing you get the trees to swing the right way. We've got a bit of space down here. Let's have a go at making you a tree. I'll just show you the basics of how to make a large Christmas tree. So we just go for medium conifers. So we go, so one at the top, one there, and one there. Okay. So again, we've got to make sure that those trees all go the same way. So what we do is we go to Friends bar, click on, click off, and then we can see which trees are swinging the right way and which are not. So we'll turn that one there, go back to your Friends bar and back. Now they're all going the same way. So now we can add another tree. I haven't got any more lights left to add. Just to give you an example, let's just bring this one here, put that one to there. So you turn them so, I mean, if it was like that, it didn't look as though the lights are going around the tree. So you just turn it that way. And we'll have this one here and put that to there. Okay, so it's nice and even. We then go back to the conifers. Okay, so we put one in the middle. We'll have one there, one there, one there, and one there. Now, as you can see, the effect that you've got already with those lights going around. And then you can make a double layer, so you can make the tree sort of go down to there and down to there. And then you can add more lights again if you want. Let's put another conifer in the middle. Another one to there. One there and one there. Now obviously there's the lights around the top of the tree. You've got the overall shape of the tree. And you can have that tree as big as you want or as small as you want. Now you can see now that those trees are all blowing the wrong direction, so it's not all moving in one. So again, once you've placed it, go to your Friends bar, click back, and then you will see which way they're all going. So you need them all to go left and right at the same time. So which ones are going the... Oh dear me, this is a little bit... That one. That one. Let's have a look. It takes a little bit of time, but... Let's have a look. Is there any more going the opposite way? Yeah, that middle one there. Back. There. And back again. Now they all go in the same way. Yeah. So now, as you can see, that tree is looks as though it's all one big tree now, and it's all moving. It's all moving the same. Obviously, you can add more lights down in the bottom, and those lights, you know, add different lights, or you don't have to be lights. You can add little bits of red and anything you want in amongst the tree, and then all you do then is, obviously, I've got no presents left, but you can, you know, just imagine these are presents, and you put them all around the bottom of the tree. Like that, and there's your presents around the tree. If you think to yourself, well, that's a little bit too triangular there, that tree, so you could take one out, that one there and that one there, get rid of those, and you can get the smaller conifers and put a small one in there and a small one in there. Yeah, so that gives it another shape again. So that brings it to there. Yeah. So it just, as long as you've got all the trees going the same way together, as long as they're all blowing the same way, it will look like it's one large tree. So I'll put my lights back. Oh, do you ever get this when you're trying to pick one thing up and you pick up 25 other things instead? Look, everything, look, I'm picking up everything bar the light. Right. So put the light back into there, and we get, oh, we got it that time. And we put the other light back in there. So as you can see, when you've got lights top and bottom, how nice that looks. And you can move the conifer trees around to get the shape of the tree that you want. So we've just seen there quickly how you can make a large Christmas tree. And that's about it really, you know, with the tree. And then you decorate it around to how you want. So I'll centralize that for you so you can take a screenshot. And that all that is building one tree onto another tree and making one big tree. But the secret is getting the trees all to swing in the same direction at the same time. The colours around the outside keep it, you know, you got your greens and the yellows and the red, all Christmassy. That keeps with the theme if you're doing the Christmas garden. So you can see there's a lots of greens, yellows and reds. That makes it look really, really warm and Christmassy. So that is the Christmas garden for you guys. I hope you like it. We will now move on to the sanctuary design. Now, like I said, this viewer wanted me to do the sanctuary design where basically it's like a zoo. Obviously you can't walk into the middle of the zoo and, you know, sit and have a picnic in amongst 3 or 4 lions. And you wouldn't last very long. So they asked, you know, could I do it like a zoo effect where you could go to a remote area in the middle, a safety area, where you can go into this area and sit down on a bench or whatever and have a look at the animals in safety. And I haven't done this before because I've just done a plain flat all-in-one sanctuary. So it was a little bit of a challenge for me, but I'm going to take you down now and show you why this viewer likes what I've done. But you'll have to let me know what you think in the comments, whether you think it's a good idea or. But that's the Christmas design. That's the incorporating the farmhouse and everything all in one. So that's that one. So now we are going to go down to the sanctuary. Forget all these gardens because this is Scatterbrook Farm 2. This is all my designing gardens. So you'll see stuff moved here and moved there where I'm doing all different designs for different people. So don't sort of look at it and think, oh my goodness, what on earth does that look like? Because it all gets moved around, and I'm doing dozens and dozens of different designs for different people. So I've got to take stuff away and then redesign. So, are you ready to see the sanctuary design? This is the new zoo look sanctuary design. Here we go. Okay. Now, what you've got there is you've got a raised area. Now, if you can imagine that you're walking around the outside of the fence, there's the sanctuary all in the middle, so you're safety away from the animals. You're around the outside. You go up the path. You walk up the side of the path. You come to there. You go up the steps, in through the gateway there, and you go onto the top of there. And then when you're on the top, you can now look down at the animals. As like I say, you can look down at the elephant that's walking around and the giraffes. So it doesn't matter how big those elephants are or the giraffes. You are now up in the air and you can now look down over at the sanctuary animals in safety. So rather than the sanctuary being all one area and all flat, those animals can walk around, and you can go up onto the top of that building, a jetty we'll call it. Go on the top of that jetty and sit down on the bench and have your sandwiches and get your camera and take some photographs down over the edge. And like I say, yeah, you go back out through the gate, down the steps, and then out along the slabs and back out, and you're out of the sanctuary. So that's my design there of a safety sanctuary. So all the members of the public and visitors can make their way up the steps through the gateway there, and they can stand in the top of there and look down over. And what I've done is I've incorporated water from the river. As you can see, the water there is just coming down, trickling down from the river, down in through the brook. And I've made it so that it goes underneath the jetty, out the other side, and then swirling its way round down into the lake, down into the corner there. I've tried to do the design as well with stuff that doesn't really cost a lot. This is all bog standard, like the flowers around the jetty there. They're the cheap flowers that you can get. You can use any flowers that you want just for the side and everything. The only thing really that costs diamonds, obviously the water, but you can win those in derbies and things like that. In the valleys, you can get those. What else have we got? Oh yeah, the muddy path there is 8 diamonds each, but a lot of the other stuff I've won, I've collected. But this is just, this isn't my main farm. This is just my second farm that I just do all my designs on, so I can only use stuff that I've got in the inventory. But yeah, that viewer, he was really lapped up on it. He was like, oh god, I've got to copy it. I've got to copy that. And I think it does. It looks really, really nice. It's got that raised area in the middle. You've got the path at the back there. It goes up the steps and in through the gate, and you've got your own secluded area there where you can look down at the animals. Made a little bit of a wooded area there. Plenty of colour in between. So all the visitors and that sort of looking, they can't really see into the sanctuary. They've got to walk round and can't see the animals because of all the trees. So they walk all the way around and they walk up the footpath. and then up those steps and in through the gateway, and then sit down and have their sandwiches and chuck their bread sandwiches and all their food they can chuck over the edge to the animals. So that is an attempt for it like a zoo sanctuary setting. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think it looks it's different, and it's how the viewer wanted it, you know, that area on its own, set out for, you know, you can actually, you can imagine walking up and going through those gates and standing on there, and you know that you're completely safe. Nothing's going to attack you. You're not going to have an elephant trample you to death. You know that you get 20 or 30 people stood on the top of there and looking down over. You've got a good view of the town, and you know, it's just the imagination where it leads you. So that is the sanctuary design. So if you can get a screenshot of that, if you want to copy the design, by all means copy the design. It's different. It's not a design that you're going to see on everybody's farms, because obviously when they do their sanctuaries they keep it pretty flat and all one level, but this just gives it that little bit of dimension to it, and when you look at it, it sort of draws your eyes to, oh, look at where, if you walk all the way around there and up onto there, do you know what I mean? It's got a little bit of a story to it, and the animals like it as well. They keep looking up to see if there's anybody looking over the top. So there it is, the sanctuary design. So let me know in the comments what you think of this design. If you really like it, let me know. If there's anything you don't like about it, again, let me know in the comments. But that's my sanctuary design. So we'll go back now to that. And there's your Christmas garden design. Yeah, I'm quite happy with both those designs. Really, really nice. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, the Christmas special. Any more designs that you want to see me do, you know, for the new year, or because obviously there's the New Year's stuff's going to be coming out, so there'll be a design for the new year. But in the meantime, if you're stuck with any designs, or you want any ideas with anything, let me know in the messages. Just you know, let me know what you're struggling with, and we'll go from there, and we can crack on with it, and you know, make a design for you and help you out. So that's it. So all I'm left to say then is, wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, have a great Christmas. Enjoy yourselves. I hope you get lots of presents. Don't get pinching those presents that are under my tree. Yeah, so take care everybody, stay safe, have a really nice Christmas, every one of you, and hit the subscribe button, share with all your friends videos, and post in the comments anything that you want regarding garden designs. So that's it. Merry Christmas everybody, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheerio.